Fast. Apply online today. Go to CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
Wake up with Channel 3 Eyewitness News today. Coverage you can count on.
We are so enjoying bringing you this tour of Hixson, and as you're seeing, as we go business to business, rightfully so, a business owner's first mindset probably is the service that they bring to their customers. Well, now we're here inside the beautiful lobby of Hamilton Funeral Home. Ralph Mosier has kindly invited us in, so thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Julie.
At the forefront of your mission every day is service to the families that walk through your door.
That's correct. That's totally all we are. We are service oriented and service.
Let's talk a little bit about the feeling when you first walked through here, because I'm sure that there are people watching thinking that's kind of unusual to highlight a funeral home in a show that's focusing on Hixson. For one thing, you are locally owned, which is an unusual thing in your industry these days.
It is in this time. We are the only locally owned in this area, and we are the largest locally owned in Chattanooga area total. So very proud of that. Makes a difference in our service.
Your lobby, if you will, it's beautiful. I mean, it is unexpectedly stunning. So when you come in the doors, I think most people are accustomed to coming in and you kind of find your way around to the area for the family that you're going to visit. Yeah. This is open and welcoming. Every room invites you to stay a little longer.
Yeah, we kind of planned it that way. Josh and I laid the floor plan out basically ourselves, and it is easy. It's a easy flow, and it's bright, and it's just a nice place.
You mentioned Josh.
I did.
Josh Jennings was your partner since you opened in 2011.
And he did. Josh and I opened this together.
This has been an emotional time of year for you. You just marked his passing, sadly.
Yeah, unexpectedly, Josh passed November the 25th of last year, so I feel like we have to mention Josh in this interview, and I wouldn't be here without him. So,
you know, I gather from talking to you, and when you come in, there's a newspaper article or two from when y'all opened. You can see Josh's picture, but you both were, now you are very much the name behind Hamilton Funeral Home. So I was a little bit surprised. It was hard to get in touch with Ralph, in total honesty, to get this set up, because your calendar has been very booked. You are right there with each family, guiding them through.
And I feel like that's my duty. I pretty much wait on every family that comes through the door, from the very beginning until the end, which it really never ends, because we continue a friendship and a relationship with most of our families and all of our families. And it's just an honor to help them during that difficult time of their life.
You've had Hamilton Funeral Home since 2011. You were in the industry before that.
Correct.
Have you become part psychologist? Is patience a key part of what you do?
Definitely.
What you have to bring?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, talk to me a little bit about people like me. I'm 50.
Yeah.
I'm probably right there in that sweet spot of people who need to start planning. That's a big part of the industry now too, right? Pre-planning.
Pre-planning is very important. It has been in the past, but it seems like now it's even more important. People 40, 50 are beginning to realize they need to pre-plan. So people do it. If they don't do it and they have a death in their family, then they say, okay, I see why I need to pre-plan now. And then they come back and usually pre-plan. And I have a great pre-plan counselor. He is the best in Chattanooga. I consider him the best. He's really knows how to work with people as well.
So how does it work exactly? To kind of walk us through the steps. When you come in, if my husband and I came in,
okay.
Would you say, okay, first, which do you want, burial or cremation?
Sure.
Just to start there?
Sure. And then we would you'd pick whatever, select whatever you want. Then we would go over the details of the services and then your merchandise that you want to pick out. And then we set you up on a plan that you can either, you pay up front and it goes into a trust account, or you can pay the trust account each monthly for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever you set it up on. And then once it's paid off, it's there forever. You can transfer if you moved to a different state. You can transfer that with you, and then it's there. And the reason it works is because today's prices, so you're 50, you could live to be 80, 90, whatever. So it's going, when you pass away, it's going to be
Even more.
more, but you're not going to pay more because you've locked that price in.
Right.
Okay, so it's a savings, but it's also a benefit to the family that has to sit at that table at that time when
Right.
someone passes. So it's a win-win situation for you and for your people left behind at the time of a death.
And if something happens and you change your mind, can you tweak the plan?
Sure. I
Okay.
had that happen yesterday, matter of fact. The gentleman came in and he had picked out a casket. Well, the family said, no, I want to do something better. So I said, okay, I'll give you your choice. So they upgraded the casket. So yes, the answer to that is yes. You can upgrade. You can even go back. If you think something's too much, whatever, you can
Right.
go to a lower casket or whatever.
What
Merchandise.
about COVID? I know that you have been very always mindful of being there to kind of hold people's hands. I would think that this year has been even more challenging because people don't even know what's the right thing to do.
We just know it's been a challenge to everyone, even us. We give the families an opportunity to make their decision. Of course, we all wear a mask, and everyone that comes in the building, we require them to wear a mask, like you would if you go to the grocery store. But you can have a chapel service, or you can have a graveside service. The majority of the people are doing graveside services this time due to the COVID, because they can have more people at the cemetery for the
Sure.
graveside. The chapel, it might limit it a few numbers, but
Okay, would people be surprised if they were talking to you at a dinner party and they found out what you do? Would they be surprised that you have a lot of happy days at your job when you're here and you're watching people come in for a visitation? I think we all know it's a sad occasion, but it doesn't take long before there's a little bit of a reunion happening.
that's right.
And laughter filling the hallways.
sure. And that's what you want. That's why you have a visitation. You want the people's family and their friends to come in. And like you said, it's not long after that they're enjoying talking to their old friends they haven't seen in a while, and it just makes them more comfortable, and it just eases the pain and the grief, and it's just a big benefit to have a visitation.
People are watching. It is the holiday season. Folks are going to be together. When Christmas comes and goes, couples are going to sit back and talk about their 2021 resolutions. If they want to come in and begin to pre-plan, do they need to pick up the phone and make an appointment with you in person? Do you do that over the phone ever? How do you work it?
We could do it either way. We even go to the person's house. We can do it over the phone. They can come in. It'd be good to make that initial contact, maybe an appointment to see which way they want. But yeah, we're pretty flexible right now, however the family wants to do it. We'll be open to any of that.
Well, we thank you so much for welcoming us in this morning. When you talk about Hixson, there is a real sense of community on this side of the river. And I know that the folks I hear who live over here enjoy shopping and recreating here.
The Hixson people are wonderful. We have grown to love a majority of these people. They love us. We also have a gospel singing once a month. Haven't been able to do it this year because of COVID, but we've been doing it for the last 5 years. And we have a real connection with Hixson, and we love all those people.
So he would love to help you and your family as you go through what can be a difficult time if you've just experienced a death in your family, or just kind of a difficult conversation if you're in the throes of planning and pre-planning a funeral, but you need that expert guidance along the way. So give Ralph Mosier a call at Hamilton Funeral Home right here on Hixson Pike. You too will be surprised, I bet, when you walk into the lobby and see how beautiful it truly is. Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you.
3 teams from our area making a run for state titles. Count on the Channel 3 sports team to bring you